I am General George S. Patton. You may have heard of me. I was also known as Old Blood and Guts. Americans, you must wake up. There is one word that always applied in all my battle strategies that made me one of the most successful generals of all wars. That word is retaliate. It isn't a word spoken often, and even today, most people don't realize what it means. It's just one word that applies to everything you need to fight the war against the tyranny and treason that you are fighting today in America. Americans, you must retaliate. To retaliate is to abruptly advance the inevitable, ensuring that you are never the target. To retaliate is to do unto them before they can do unto you. To retaliate is to strike a blow, either physical, emotional, psychological, or digital, before being struck. To retaliate is to take an action against a potential aggressor before any action by the aggressor. To retaliate on the battleground, one must retaliate or be forced to fight the enemy's war. To retaliate for something they will eventually do to you in the future. To retaliate, one must take necessary retaliation actions or be forced to fight the enemy's war. The war against the traitors in your own government, using subversion and communist lies to prevail against the current generations of America, is what you are fighting. Americans, you appear to be lethargic, apathetic, and seemingly don't care about our great country and our Constitution. American freedom has been earned by bitter wars and sacrifice, and it continues today. You appear to be ignoring the shed blood and terrible sacrifices of American martyrs. There is no way any American should speak lightly of all the brave men and efforts that prevailed in terrible wars to provide the American freedom you enjoy today. Are you going to let those lying commie rats take it away from you? Are you going to keep watching TV, chugging down your beer and chips, waiting for someone else to take action? You haven't resisted to loss of life or shed your blood up to now unless you've served in our military and fought in the wars. You can be assured days of sacrifice and possibly death are coming unless you join together and retaliate against the subversive war that is now being waged against you, your Constitution, and your freedom. What happened to asserting yourself? What happened to winning and fighting the fight to achieve against all odds? Where is the fighting spirit of Americans who fought for our freedom for the past hundreds of years? It is a disgrace for Americans living in the wealthiest, most powerful nation in the world to be taking handouts from the government, all the while sitting on their lazy butts. Where did this come from? I'm giving you the word. Pay attention and get with it. There are many enemies doing all they can as fast as they can right now trying to take down America. They are known by many names and ideologies. Among them are New World Order, Illuminati, globalists, communists, fascists, progressives, and so on. You that are riding the fence and taking the government checks, you need to understand something. The more you take from the government, the fewer jobs will be created. The opportunities for any way of you getting off the government handouts will continue to decrease. Pay attention. Look around your community. Businesses are closing down and jobs are becoming scarce. One good sign of failure is all the empty commercial buildings you see. Also remember this, those people that own those buildings have been reducing rents to rock bottom to help those businesses survive, and still those businesses are failing. It's going to happen one day, and sooner than you think. The government will just announce they cannot pay you any longer. When that happens and all opportunities for a job are gone, then what are you going to do? The 2014 elections are almost here. Become noisy and outrageously tempered with your government representatives. Tolerance for an unconstitutional and terrible legislation must be dealt with. As it is, if government giveaways to Americans continue, you will become so dependent on government, you will eventually lose the ability to win or build anything of value. Dependence on the government will not go well for you. Short-term dependence is one thing, but continued reliance upon the government breeds lethargy and failure. You have to throw off losing attitudes and take advantage of the largest free market in the world, America, by any means you can build upon. There will be a dreadful price to pay if you continue to depend upon government. Your children and grandchildren will curse you for doing nothing and letting America's freedom, wealth, and sovereignty fail. America's in dire straits. There isn't much time left. Either Americans energize the can-do spirit to win, or you will be defeated. The only good outcome requires you to join with patriots and win back America. First you win back the country, then you fix it. The Constitution has been the guiding document which enabled us to make America the greatest and wealthiest country in the history of mankind. That marvelous old document, when applied with a firm foundation for rebuilding America, will be amazing the results you will see. We must throw out the bums in our government, abolish about 40,000 laws, and most importantly, involve all Americans in every walk of life in the revival of America. Let me make this clear. I am not calling Americans to arms or to resist by violent means. We still have a government, and the election processes are still intact at this time.